Okay, so in the second part of our notes this week, we're going to look at story problems from 1.2 or 1-2. And there are so many different types of story problems that, we could do 10 examples and not, get one of the examples from the book. So will help you through some of your examples in your homework. So first one is the sum of three consecutive integers is 132. What are the three integers? So I underlined the word sum because sum is a word that means plus or addition. So I know I'm going to have three numbers. I'm going to add those together, and it's 132. So integers are just numbers like 1, 2, 10, 5. And then consecutive means they're one after another. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are all consecutive integers. So we don't know what any of them are, though. We just know that if we have one of them, then the next one is going to be that number plus 1, and the next one's going to be x plus 1 or x plus 2. And once you have that set up, well, then it's pretty easy because you just add those things together. You have 1, 2, 3 x's. Then you have 1 plus 2, which is 3, and that equals 132. So now you have a two-step equation, and divide by 3, and this gives you a value of 43. So we didn't answer the question yet, though. It said, what are the three consecutive integers? So those numbers are 43, 44, and 45. And how do I know that? Well, I know that because if I add these together, and it gives me the value 132, which it does, right? 40 plus 40 plus 40 is 120, 123, 127, 132. So this does in fact work. Next example. So we're going to look at a slightly more complicated one. So four friends use an online coupon to get discounts on concert tickets. They spent $312 for 4 tickets. What was the price of one ticket without the discount? And the discount was $15 per ticket. Well, we know that 4 people bought concert tickets. Each of those tickets were discounted by $15. So we're going to have this ticket price. I'm going to let T stand for ticket price. Okay. We're going to have a ticket price. For every ticket the 4 people bought, we have to subtract $15 from each one. So what I wrote here is just that represents the discounted price of a ticket. How many people bought those? 4 of them. What's the total? 312. So once you have the equation set up, then they're usually pretty straightforward problems. So this is 4t minus 60 if I distribute 4 to both, gives me 312 plus 60. And this is 372 equals 4t. Okay, well, I just divide 372 by 4 and see what I get. I would get 93. Okay. And we can check this. I'm going to move this a little bit. Oops. Move this over so I have room. And this would be our check. A check just means we're going to take that number we got, plug it in for t, and see if both sides equal. So if I go 4 times 93 minus 15 equals 312, does the left equal the right? And 93 minus 15 is 78 times 4 equals 312. Still don't know. 70 times 4 is 280. 8 times 4 is 32. 280 plus 32. is 312. So it works. Okay, this one, it seems like each one ramped up in difficulty quite a bit, but if you read them slowly, they're not too bad. So let's read this one. Latanya will walk her bike from her house to the bike shop, which is 1.5 miles from her home, to get the bike fixed. She expects to wait 30 minutes for the repair, then she'll ride home. Can she be home in 1 hour? And then it gives the speed at which she rides her bike and walks. And so I highlighted the hour and the minutes because we have to decide on units, meaning units of time. So I'm going to use hours, which means when I deal with that 30 minutes, I'm going to have to convert it to hours. All right, so this is what she's doing. She lives 1.5 miles from this bike shop. She's going to walk to the shop, wait at the shop, and then ride her bike home. So there's 3 different things we're adding up here. We are adding 3 different things, and we're trying to see how much time that's going to take. So this is going to be her walking time, her waiting time, and her riding time. Okay, so you can see if you write the equation out in words, it makes a lot more sense. So her walking time, she walks 3 miles an hour, and she does that for 1.5 miles. So the way that you set that up would be 1.5 over 3, because that's going to give you the amount of time that it's going to take her to walk there. Her waiting time is pretty easy. It's 30 minutes, so that would be 1/2 hour. And then her riding time is going to be similar. She rides the distance back to her house, which is 1.5 miles divided by 10. Okay, now we just have some numbers to add up. So there are decimals, fractions, all that. So one of the things you'd want to do is find a common denominator here. So you're trying to find a number that would be evenly divided by 3, 2, and 10. It has to be the same number. So I will choose 30. Now it doesn't have to be 30. I'm just choosing 30 because that's the first one I can see that works. Another thing you could do is multiply 3, 2, and 10 to give you a denominator of 60, and 60 would also work. Any multiple of 30 would work. So that by 30, and whatever we do to one side of an equation, we have to do to both sides. All right, so now we're just simplifying this. So 30 divided by 3 is 10. 30 divided by 2 is 15. 30 divided by 10 is 3. So now we have no fractions. We just have 1.5 times 10, which would be 15. We have 1 times 15, which is 15. And then we have 1.5 times 3, so it's like $1.50 times 3, which would be 4.5, and 30t still over here. Okay, so add those up. This will be 34.5. And if we divide both sides by 30, we get t equals, and I'm going to switch sides here, 34.5 divided by 30. And the question is this over 1 hour? And the answer to that is yes, it's over 1 hour. Any number above 30 over 30 would be more than an hour. So if we just had 30 over 30, it'd be 1. If we had 29 over 30, it'd be under an hour. So she needs more than 1 hour. So this is the true answer to the question, even though all of our supporting work is behind us. The answer, the question was, can she be home in 1 hour? And the answer is no, she needs more than 1 hour. Okay, so if you guys need any help, make sure to ask questions during the Google Meet, email me, just contact me in any way if you need more assistance. Thanks.